this demo, supported by Between, Provide and Unibright, show a use case of a baseline invoice tokenization. Tokenization is the method of converting rights to an asset into a blockchain-based digital token. This token can be included in decentralized finance applications. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, is a network of decentralized software with a focus on financial use cases such as tokenization, lending, derivatives, exchanges, trading, and more. In the demo, the technique of baselining provides a common ground for adding business value to a transaction between 5 different participants. After each step, the business transaction is more valuable. The aggregation and incremental extraction of this value is enabled by the baseline protocol and zero-knowledge proofs. A supplier and a buyer are participants in a baseline business process. They integrated their IT systems through Provide's and Unibright's joint baseline as a service tech stack. The supplier sends an invoice to the buyer. Both verify that transaction and then baseline it by storing its proof on a blockchain. A credit risk assessment company performs a credit risk assessment for the parties involved. Because the invoice has been baselined before, it can now be automatically tokenized upon approval. A factoring company takes the tokenized invoice and makes it available to its pool of investors for purchase. The tokenized invoice is transformed into a financial instrument. Investors participate in the financing of the invoice. Additional services, like liquidity pools, can be added by third-party DeFi providers like Unibright Frequity. Sensitive data can be extracted and verified, if needed. For example, a credit risk assessment company has to know who the participants are to properly fulfill their service and can verify data against the proofs. The factoring company, on the other hand, can tokenize an invoice without knowing any details about the parties involved. The investor only needs to know that his or her money is invested in a rated financial instrument and that the projected returns are sound. The baseline protocol enables this process and represents the future of B2B commerce. Provide's and Unibright's joint tech stack ensures that all participants can baseline their processes and add tokenization on top.
We implemented the proof of concept together with Unibright and Provide to show how a factoring company can utilize the baseline protocol to integrate with other relevant parties and speed up the process of assessing, approving and tokenizing an invoice. The process started with setting up the tech stacks necessary for the different parties that are involved in a usual factoring transaction to be able to baseline the necessary data. This was enabled with the Provide and Unibright solutions that made it easy to install and set up the necessary infrastructure. Once the communication was set up between the parties, we were able to quickly create a work group that covers our specific use case and to fully utilize the baseline protocol by exchanging only the relevant information between the otherwise separated systems of record. This made it possible to proceed with each step in a factoring transaction much faster, knowing that the previous step is verified and stored on the blockchain. The implementation was really fun and insightful for us as a fintech provider, and we also believe that baselining carries a great potential, and that with the support of companies like Unibright and Provide, baseline protocol can help enterprises integrate their systems and make their processes more efficient.